Hello, my name is Melissa Webster. I'm one of the board members for the Lab Network. And today what I want to do is give you a little bit of an understanding about how your role as a mentor is pivotal in everything that you do when you're in the lab working alongside individuals on the autism spectrum. So many young individuals on the spectrum will come to you, and one of the things that we need to recognise from day one is that everybody is unique and different. The Lab Network creates an opportunity that focuses on the interests and the talents of young people as they come to us, and looks at setting up learning opportunities where people can come and they can focus on something that they enjoy, IT and gaming. And then what we can do is we can create that as a platform to help individuals in areas that they have challenges with. So the individuals that you're going to be working alongside will have many differences. What we know about young people on the spectrum, people on the spectrum as a whole, the areas that I have difficulty with is social interaction, social communication. And what that looks like is they may have difficulty being able to interact with you in a way that may be seen or deemed as appropriate. They may come into a particular environment and they may have challenges in that environment. It might appear overwhelming to them. They may not be able to ask questions that they want to ask but are not able to gain the confidence in being able to say what that means to them. Or if they're an area where they're struggling in, they may not be able to ask for help. Social interaction is something that we do on a day-to-day basis and we often don't think about. But for many young people on the spectrum, it can be really hard to be able to say hello to a friend, come into a new environment, and in that new environment know how to ask for help. Or it may be really difficult for them to be able to even understand when they're actually feeling overwhelmed and want to leave a room. So sensory differences is one of the areas that we know many people on the spectrum have difficulty with. They can become hyper or hyposensitive. And for many individuals that presents in many different ways. So when young people are coming into environment, it'd be good and useful to be able to understand a little bit more about that individual, being able to sit down with the individual and with their family members in advance, looking at what some of those differences are. So some young people may become overwhelmed if it's very loud. They may need a space to be able to go to, having an area that you can go to, which is a quiet space, where they feel that they need to go and have a time away for maybe 5 or 10 minutes before they can come back into the group environment might be advantage. Helping the young person to maybe have some headphones or maybe to have a hat if they're feeling overwhelmed with the lighting might be something that's beneficial. So sitting down and understanding about those differences prior to getting into the room. Also as well, some of the activities that people are having, they maybe have difficulty being able to understand what's expected of them. Being able to break that activity down and helping people step by step to make sure people are succeeding can be really advantageous for a person on the spectrum. When people are feeling overwhelmed, often what happens is people can have meltdowns. People can get quite frustrated and they might have large outbursts. They might also want to run and escape to go in an area. Having a little card system where a person, if they're feeling a little bit overwhelmed or feeling that they're not coping, and being able to give a card, which may be a colour-coded card, might be something to help a person communicate when they're not verbally able to tell you that something's going wrong. That gives a lot of reassurance to a person. They're not needing then to have to fully explain what is happening, but they know by giving you the card that you'll just understand that they need to take a break. Change is another area that people have difficulty with. So on a particular day, if you set an activity up and then you need to change that activity, just give some thought about what that means to each individual in the session. Some people might not be able to handle change in the way that you and I would. That might then present in people becoming very upset. They might not understand what's expected of them within the change. So if you have an opportunity, if something is going to change, let people know in advance. That might be being able to tell them by the phone, communicate to their mum, to their dad, or even to them directly via the use of the internet and an email of what that change might look like on the day. If an activity means a lot to that person and then that changes on the day, that might cause them difficulty. And in some situations, some people may not come back if it isn't managed well. But this is an area that you can manage very effectively by giving people pre-warning, and helping them feel reassured that the thing that they're going to do that's different is just as much fun and it's going to be led by them. The beauty of the Lad Network is that it isn't structured. It's an opportunity where people learn, develop and grow, and together can help each other to be able to overcome some of the challenges faced with autism. And also, most importantly, to be able to celebrate many strengths that people on the spectrum have, and to be able to learn new friends and grow and develop together in areas that they all enjoy, IT, gaming and other.